What if telepathy isn't sci-fi? What if it's real? And the proof's been hiding in plain sight. There's a podcast that's rewriting what we know about the human mind. Non-speaking autistic kids reading thoughts, tapping to the cosmic networks, and even healing people. It's wild, it's emotional, and it's happening right now. Picture this, a kid who's never spoken a word suddenly spells out your exact thoughts on a letterboard. Numbers, memories, secrets. That's what filmmaker Ky Dickens unveils in the Telepathy Tapes. Launched in September 2024, this podcast follows autistic kids who don't just communicate, they connect. Parents, teachers, and even neuroscientists swear it's real, and they're not alone. Think CIA, psychic spies, UFO watchers at Skinwalker Ranch, all pointing to powers we've been ignoring. Ready to believe? Let's dive into the truth. Season 1 starts with Mia, a non-speaking autistic girl. Her mom holds up a card, number 6. Mia, blindfolded, points a 6 on her letterboard. Ky Dickens is a skeptic at first, but then she says her jaw dropped when she saw the impossible. And then there's Akil, a 20-year-old from New Jersey. His mom, Manisha, thinks blue, and Akil types it on his iPad. He goes further, describes her blue dress from a 2005 wedding he never saw. Episode 5 introduces teacher Mary Ann Harrington. Her students, non-speakers, start cross-telepathing, finishing each other's thoughts via letterboards. By episode 8, we hit the Hill, a telepathic hub where we see these kids meet in their minds, sharing ideas across miles. Season 2 teased for 2025 ups the ante. Kids healing migraines by thought, chatting with spirits. The expert behind it? Dr. Diane Powell, a neuropsychiatrist who says autistic brains are wired for this, tapping electromagnetic fields like living antennas. KY's cameraman, a hardcore doubter, converts after seeing it live. By January 2025, it's topping Spotify, 4.9 stars, 2,000 reviews, and Joe Rogan calls it the real deal. These kids aren't just talking, they're rewriting reality. This isn't isolated. Let's zoom out. Back in the 70s, the CIA ran the Stargate project. Psychic spies like Indigo Swan who'd see Soviet bases from a room in Virginia. Declassified files show Swan pinpointed a ring moon around Jupiter, years before Voyager even confirmed it in '79. The program lasted 20 years, cost $20 million, and insiders swore some hits were uncanny. And then there's Skinwalker Ranch in Utah, a hotspot for UFOs and weirdness. From 2007 to 2012, the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, ATIP, backed by the Pentagon, studied it. Researchers like Dr. James Lakatsky documented telepathic-like events at the ranch. Workers hearing voices in their heads, synced with UFO sightings. One report leaked in 2021 says that a worker predicted a craft's path before it even appeared. Rewind to the 60s, Dr. J.B. Ryan at Duke University ran telepathy tests with Zener cards. Subject guessed shapes, stars, waves at a 35% accuracy, way above the 20% chance rate. The Gansfeld experiments in the 70s pushed it even further. People in sensory deprivation received images from senders, hitting 32% when 25% was random. Even autistic savants like Daniel Tammet, who see numbers as colors, hint at brain quirks we don't get. The telepathy tapes fit in this pattern. Minds breaking barriers, tapping something bigger, maybe a cosmic web tying it all together. Governments, scientists, ranchers, they've all seen it. These kids are the next wave. Imagine the implications. Mia, Akil, and the crew aren't just autistic, they're psychic pioneers. Powell says their brains skip verbal filters, plugging straight into a universal field. Think mental network beyond space and time. The Hill isn't a fantasy. It's a telepathic internet, no Wi-Fi needed. Healing powers, spirits, that's season 2's biggest bombshells. Kids projecting energy, maybe even bridging life and death. This isn't a disability, it's evolution. Parents say their kids know things, future events, distant places, like mini oracles. Some people call it humanity's upgrade. If the CIA trains psychics, if the UFOs mess with minds, then the telepathy tapes prove it's not fringe, it's fact. We're on the cusp of a psychic revolution. And these kids, well, they're just leading it. Okay, let's step back and analyze this objectively. The The telepathy tapes in some of these cases drop some wild stories. Mia's number 6, Akil's blue dress, Swan's Jupiter rings. What can we debunk? And what can't we? Let's dig in. Firstly, what can't we debunk outright? And that's the raw experiences. Mia's mom sees number 6. Mia points to it. Ky saw it happen. Akil types blue and nails a 2005 dress memory that his mom confirms. Swan sketches Jupiter rings in 73. Voyager finds them in 79. These aren't easily waved off as fiction. People live these moments, and they stick in your head. The Gansfield experiments ran 32% hit rate. Ryan's 35%. Both beat chance in early tests. Skinwalkers' voices synced with UFOs? Workers swear by it. Science hasn't mapped consciousness. Could there be a psychic layer that we're missing? That's still open. Now, what can be challenged? And that's the process and the proof. Take Mia 6, for example. Her mom holds a letterboard. Decades of facilitated communication, FC research, like the 90s double-blind studies, showed that the helper often guides the output, unconsciously via the ideomotor effect. Same with Akil. Manisha steadies his hand. The telepathy tapes use a neutral, third-party, or fully blind facilitator. That doesn't mean that it's fake. It means we can't rule out human influence over mind reading. Akil's blue dress? Stunning, but memory's tricky. Manisha might have mentioned that years ago, and she doesn't remember. Akil could have absorbed it non-physically. Swan's rings? A standout, but Jupiter's atmosphere was studied since the 50s. Rings were hypothesized before 73. Stargate's own review, 1995, says most hits were vague or untestable. Context matters. These are one-offs, not patterns. But what can it really mean? Mia 6 matching her mom's card looks like telepathy until you see the board in her mom's hands. It could be PSI or it could be cueing. Science leans towards the latter. Without tighter controls, Akil's dress story feels like a mind meld. But without a way to verify that he never heard it before, it's a powerful anecdote, not proof. Swan's rings may seem prophetic. Yet, he also saw things Voyager never found, like a solid surface. Each case dazzles, but lacks the rigor to shift paradigms. The bigger picture is, FC's history, false abuse claims in the 90s, shows it can mislead with real stakes. Stargate was shut down for lack of reliability. Skinwalker's tales don't scale to labs. Gansfeld faded under scrutiny. Powell's electromagnetic idea? No data, just theory. The $500,000 CFI Psychic Prize still sits unclaimed. These stories spark wonder, but science demands repetition, isolation, and stats. Stuff we don't have here. It's not debunked, it's not impossible. It's just unproven as fact. There you have the telepathy tapes and its cousins weave a psychic tapestry. Some threads too wild to dismiss. Others tangled in doubt. Are we pushing the edge of something real or just chasing shadows? You tell me in the comments below. Hit like if you liked it and hit subscribe if you want to see more of this.